Hello, good evening everyone. So guys, welcome to 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐿. And guys, welcome to this session where we are going to discuss very important syllabus change that has happened in 𝐂𝐤𝐻 2027. Okay, so before starting guys, I'm sure, I hope all of you are aware that 𝐂𝐤𝐻 2027 new syllabus has been released by IIT, and there has been some changes which are incorporated in the syllabus which were not there in 𝐂𝐤𝐻 2026. Okay, so guys, we will start the session in some time, but before starting, guys, let me assure you that 𝐂𝐤𝐻 Wallah is going to teach all these topics which have been added into the new syllabus. So guys, there has been a lot of buzz about these new topics, whether 𝐂𝐤𝐻 Wallah would incorporate these topics in the syllabus, whether test series would be incorporated, these questions would be incorporated in test series, and whether you will be able to get some questions on this. So guys, don't worry, we are going to have just hold on a second. I think there is some slight issue with some audio. Okay, I'm sure, is my voice okay? Okay, so guys, chalo, let's start with the topic that is hold on a second, just hold on a second. At the back end, something is going on, studio person. Okay, chalo. So I think now it is fine. So guys, let's start with today's topic, that is what are the changes which has been incorporated in 𝐂𝐤𝐻 2027. So guys, if you see the mechanical engineering, the syllabus of mechanical engineering, mostly 85 to 90% remains unchanged. There are only very few topics which have been either they have been more elaborated or they have been added. There are few topics which were earlier present, but there were very few questions asked from that topics, and that has been removed now. Okay, so guys, one by one we will see all these subjects, and in all these subjects we will see what are the changes that has been added to these, or what are the changes that has been made to these topics. So we will start first. We will start with engineering mechanics, very basic subject. Okay, so in engineering mechanics, if you see, we used to teach in the last, there was one equation that we used to teach is Lagrange equation. Now guys, that Lagrange equation has been done away with. Okay, so in 𝐂𝐻 2026 the Lagrange equation was there, but 𝐂𝐻 2027 that equation is not present. Okay, so there were few questions which have been asked in the 𝐂𝐻 only about the basic formula of what the Lagrange equation was, but guys, that has been removed now. Okay, so in engineering mechanics, one topic has been removed. Then there was another topic which was the rolling friction. Okay, so now guys, this topic has been or its name has been changed, though the theory and everything is same, and this has been made as rolling resistance. Okay, so rolling friction, rolling resistance, both are almost both are in fact the same thing, same type of question would be asked. So this is only a terminology change that has been added. Okay, then if we go to engineering mechanics again, trusses and frames. So earlier you see there was only mentioned that trusses and frames. So guys, if you talk about the truss could be three-dimensional truss also. Alright, yeah. I hope it is okay. Is it okay now? Is it okay? Okay, chalo. So now you see the next topic that has been in the engineering mechanics, that was trusses and frames. So guys, you see in the trusses and frames, if you talk about the trusses could be two-dimensional also trusses could be three-dimensional also. Okay, but you see, three-dimensional truss questions have never been asked. Okay, so now what has been made is now it has been made more specific, that is plain truss and frames. Though earlier also in every exam almost the trusses were plain trusses only. The three-dimensional trusses, since you cannot draw it on the paper, everything cannot be drawn. It will become very difficult. So that has been actually made as plain trusses and frame. Okay. So somebody is calling Suja at 10 o'clock. Huh? क्या बात है? चलो, okay, in the comments. There are these, I feel these are 12th class students. Okay. जो WhatsApp पे बात नहीं कर सकते हैं because इनके पेरेंट्स देख लेंगे तो वो YouTube पे बात करते हैं. Okay, chalo. So in engineering mechanics, guys, there are only three changes in which one topic has been removed and two have been made more specific. Okay. Next, let's go to mechanics of materials, that is strength of materials, that is UTM testing was there. Earlier, UTM testing was there in the syllabus, but that has again been removed. But guys, you see, though this topic has been removed, its inferences would still be there. Okay, so how to calculate the stress strain curve, that is actually done with a UTM machine, and probably again when you will be studying the stress strain, probably approved sir will teach you that this is how we used to load it. We make a sample and then we load it. Okay, but guys, there are no more questions on this topic. That has been removed. Okay, then again in the strength of material, there was a topic which was mentioned as thin cylinder. Now that has been made more specific. Okay, that is thin walled pressure vessel. Thin cylinders, thin walled pressure vessel. Earlier also we used to study thin walled pressure vessel. So it was not only that we used to study only the cylinders, we used to study random shapes also. In which we used to study what are the stresses and what are the deflections which can come. Okay, so guys, that has been made actually more specific, or in fact it has been made very broader now. Earlier it was written only thin cylinders, so mostly it was the cylindrical shapes only which you used to study, but now it is thin walled pressure vessel. Now in these thin walled pressure vessel, now everything can be included. Okay, so that has been slightly modified. The biggest change that you see is in the vibration. Okay, so guys, in theory of machine, or you can say in the vibration, earlier it was only single degrees of freedom, but now that has been made as single degrees of freedom and 2 degrees of freedom also. Okay, so this is a more specific, though this is something which is of very high importance also. Earlier also vibration used to be of high importance. Now also this will be more important. Okay, so this is one topic which will require at least some more understanding. Okay, again in the vibration it was mentioned effects of damping. Okay, now that has been actually modified, or it has been expanded only form. So there is nothing new that has been added. There is only one thing that has been made is damping estimations, which is nothing but only the damping or effects of damping only. Okay, so this topic has been made slightly more elaborated. Okay, again if we talk about the vibration, so yes, see, this is what is very important. So guys, if you see the control system PID, these are the controllers which have been added now. Okay, so if you see these are the systems, or these are the things which are actually the need of the hour. When you go to MTech, at that time we used to study all of these. So PID controllers, P controllers, PI controller, ID controllers, all PID controllers, those things are there in the MTech. So now those has been added. Again, this is going to be very interesting topic, though. This is something like you might have Sudhir sir or Aditya sir might have given you some idea. Those of you who are who have prepared for probably engineering services, Sudhir sir would have taught you the control systems. Okay, but now that has been added into the GATE syllabus. And guys, this is going to be very important. This is going to be interesting. So what I feel is vibration part in GATE 2027, it is going to be interesting. I can expect a question from the vibration in GATE 2027. So guys, this is a new thing about the vibration. Probably Vishwajit sir would be teaching, Vishwajit sir or Ramanand sir, one of them would be taking these added topics. Okay. Next, moving to machine design, coming to the part of Ramanan sir, there was standard topics, but this is one thing which we generally used to study in engineering mechanics. That is the belt drive. Sometimes we study in engineering mechanics, or sometimes we study in machine design, but that has been made very specific over here in the machine design. That is belt drives. Okay, if we talk about the fluid flow, again, though this is covered in applications of thermodynamics, so this was basic compressible flow. Okay, so when we talk about the compressible flow, it was only the compressible flow at supersonic speeds, where we used to see shock waves and other effects, and we used to study the low Mach number regime also. But guys, now it has been made as high speed compressible flow. Now it is more specific, going into the shock waves. Okay, so it has been expanded. Actually, it is slightly more elaborated now. Okay, so probably you might see more weightage of this part in the exam. Okay, so that has been added. If we talk about the heat transfer, there is a good news. Most of you would not understand the Hazelett charts, so that has been again, guys, removed. So earlier, if you might have studied heat transfer, Hazelett charts, we used to see Biot number. There is used to be a relation. Okay, and there is used to be a graph which we used to write, or which we used to see, but now that has been removed. Though there were not many questions which were asked on Hazelett charts. In engineering services, there were questions. Okay, so that has been removed. If we talk about thermodynamics, nothing changed. Only earlier the syllabus was work and heat. Now it has been made as energy, enthalpy changes. So that is more or less like the same. Okay. So let's go to the next part. Again, applications of thermodynamics. In applications, there was no combustion mentioned earlier, though we used to study. I used to teach, guys, I used to teach everyone. In the internal combustion engine, we used to study combustion basics. Okay, so you go and see all my lectures, you will see that we used to study combustion basics, because I knew that this topic is important and GATE might ask question. There have been questions on this topic. Now it has been made as part of the syllabus. Okay, so now we are going to study everything which we have studied till now. Okay, let's go to the next, the engineering materials or material science. Earlier it was generic properties of the materials. Now it is the crystal structures. That is we used to study. So there is not much of the change that has happened. Again, in manufacturing, there were basics. Now non-destructive testing and automation, that has also come up. So guys, this is again a new change. Again, in the same line of PID controllers, transfer functions. So that is what is this topic has been added. Again, so Suresh sir would be taking this. You would enjoy this. Okay. Then you have aggregate planning. It was earlier, it was aggregate planning. Now it has been made Six Sigma in productivity. Guys, again, this is very interesting topic. Six Sigma, if we talk about, you might have studied in industrial engineering. Okay, so in industrial engineering, when we used to study the quality, there we study all this, but there we used to study 3 sigma and sigma and functions, distributions we used to study, but now guys 6 sigma has come up. Okay, so again questions can be asked from this region. Okay, so that was all what has been added. So guys, now I have put all the topics, I have put all the topics at one place, which are the topics which have been added, newly added in the GATE 2027 syllabus. So if we talk about the vibration, there are 2 degrees of freedom that has been added. Control system, PID control, transfer functions, that has been added. Boiling and condensation, I think it was already there. Then the combustion basics, air fuel ratio, equivalence ratio, that has been added. Crystal structure, plane truss curves, non-destructive testing entity in material science, that has been added. Industrial automation, then transmissibility ratio, velocity, potential and nozzle flow, this has been added in the fluid mechanics. Then you have entropy change, open system analysis, pump characteristics, that was already we used to study. Then casting defect, solid state welding, then additive manufacturing and work study, and Six Sigma. So these are some of the topics which have been added in the 2027 syllabus. So guys, these topics are more or less industry driven. Okay, so all these topics are something which are actually required in the real working. So guys, nowadays more and more emphasis is being given on robotics, automation, things which are going to be their hands-on experience which you are going to have. Okay, there are some topics which have been added, which have been removed from the GATE 2027. Lagrange equation, Hazlitt chart, CNC programming. Okay, these have been removed. UTM machine, hardness and impact testing process. These have been actually removed. Okay, SIM also removed. Okay, there were not much of the question which were asked. Generally in industrial, there were very few emphasis given on all these topics. Okay, so guys, now if you see, if we compare, what is the impact of this change in syllabus? So guys, roughly 10 to 15% is not more than, I feel that it is only the 10% syllabus has been changed. Mota moti 10% in each subject, you see 1 or 2 topics have been added or removed. Okay, so the only part is some PID controller control systems, and your vibrations is slightly more. Okay, so that is the change. Now guys, if we talk about what is the impact of these topics, these are very high impact topics, guys. So now if you ask me, this is what I have thought, that probably these topics are very important. That is the reason why GATE have added. So vibrations, it is very high weightage. It can have, you can have question on vibration. Control system, again, very impactful. And guys, in control system, since this is the topic which has been added for the first year, you can expect very easy question. 1 mark question or 2 mark question, very easy question you can expect. Okay, so these are the topics in which you can expect a question of 1 mark or 2 mark, easy topics. Okay, so in control system, again, very high impact. Fluid mechanics topics, that is a potential flow, that is again, it has a high impact. Thermodynamics, medium to high. Manufacturing, very high. Okay, so manufacturing topic which have been added, they are again very impactful topic. Automation, again, see control system, PID controller, transfer function, that is also, it has a high importance. Okay, production engineering, engineering materials, you can somewhat say is more or less like they are lower in the priority. Okay, so now guys, how to study, how to plan your studies with this change syllabus. So guys, don't worry. As I told you in the starting, GATE Wallah is there with you all, and we are going to teach all these topics. Don't worry if your syllabus have been completed for the topic which are already covered. So we will take extra lectures on this, and those lectures would be you would be part of that. So approximately, if you see, 80 to 85% of the syllabus is same, there has not been changed. There are only few topics which you require extra, that is the manufacturing and vibration. So control systems and the vibration, where you require more studies. Okay, compressible flow, combustion pumps, guys, these we used to study earlier also, but now since this has been made very specific, you can study this. In fluid mechanics also, we used to study characteristics of pump, so that has been a part of the syllabus now. Okay, you have to study these topics, guys. You cannot leave these topics, because you can expect the question of 2-3 marks from these topics in the GATE 2027. Okay, if there are no question, that means what was the point of adding these topics? So since there is a requirement, that means probably you can expect questions. Okay, again, control system is very important. That is what I have written it down. You have to dedicate it. This is a bigger topic actually. Okay, control system is something which will require some time to study, at least 5 to 10 hours of your classes. Okay, production engineering has become again, it has become more industry oriented. So guys, that's all what I have to tell you today. You don't have to worry about these topics, guys. GATE Wallah team is there with you all. We are going to help you all in covering all these topics. In the test series, henceforth, the question would also be made based on these topics. Okay, so that's all, guys, what we have. There has been not the syllabus is not changed much, so guys, you don't have to worry. Yesterday in Telegram, I was seeing that a lot of students were thinking whether these topics would make huge impact. So guys, that is not correct. Okay, you might expect 3-4 marks question from the topics which have been added, but not more than that. Okay, so don't worry, we are going to teach you all these topics, and we will provide you the question in the test series also. So guys, you can join all the GATE Wallah channels where we will be updating you about other things. So that's all what I have today. If you have any question, you can write in the comment box, or you can connect with all the faculties of GATE Wallah. Okay, thank you so much. That's all. See you tonight. Good night.